test. 1, 2, 3.
All right, well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Scripps Ranch Stadium, home of the Scripps Ranch Falcons, where it is game day, match day for your visiting Cavers. It is their first league game on the road, their second this season. Unfortunately, the Cavers opened their league campaign with a 2-1 loss to the Patrick Henry Patriots, where Charlotte Ferrier scored the opening goal, but unfortunately, the Cavers couldn't complete the victory. But as you can see out on the pitch right now, the three Caver captains, Seo Balzinovic, the Serbian star being one of them, and the Jones sisters will be back in action tonight after the COVID protocols they had to take, which cost them 2 games. If we had them against Patrick Henry, things might have gone a little differently. But I actually spoke to Kylie and Shelby before the game, and they both told me that they are not at 100%. They are cleared and ready to go, but not at 100%. Kylie Jones told me at one point during practice the other day, her heartbeat rate was at 189 beats per minute or something wild like that. No joke, folks, no joke. But anyways, for the home side today, these are the Scripps Ranch Falcons roster led by head coach Larry Pernicano. You have number 2, Emily Chen, number 4, Melanie Spitzberg, number 6, Chloe Ellermeyer, number 8, Chloe Adams, number 10, Kea Menezes, number 12, Cassidy Lacey, number 14, Spencer Mountain, number 16, Bridget Coletto, number 18, Amanda Grissom, who I wonder if she's the sister of Lauren Grissom, who plays for Del Norte. We filmed them last year in their Division I championship against Steel Canyon, in which they won 4-0. Then you have Aiden Wick, 22, number 24, Noelle Mingo, number 3, Sophia Green, number 5, Catherine Ellermeyer, number 7, Daniela Ventimiglia, number 9, Brooke Stather, number 11, Natalie Krebs, number 15, Tara Norberg, number 19, Dallin Vilbrandt, number 23, Kate Hoover, and you have goalkeepers. You have goalkeepers Leah Northcote, and then you have Catherine Narstedt as the other goalkeeper. She will be the backup tonight, and the starting goalkeeper for Scripps Ranch will be Leah Northcote. So the Cavers are about to take the pitch again. Match day 2, League 2 against the Scripps Ranch side that is quite good. In fact, I believe they might be in Division 1. So this will be a big test for the Cavers, as is Division 2, excuse me, but they're highly rated in Division 2, I believe top 10 potentially. So this is still going to be a big match for the Cavers, a tough match as their league campaign is tough all around. We play Scripps Ranch, we just played Patrick Henry. Again, Christian is no easier. They're probably the best team in the league, arguably to some. And then, of course, you have Mira Mesa, who are always on the rise. So tough league. Whoever wins the City Eastern League this season will have deserved it at the end of the table. So then, the Cavers starting 11 as they come out onto the pitch. Again, Sale Balzinovic, a big question mark in this match, still nursing that ankle. We will see how this game goes. If the Cavers are down, they'll probably put her in. If they're leading, she'll have a rest. So, Evelyn Burnett will start in goal. The wingbacks consist of Lucy Benitez, Izzy Ayala. The center half partnership, Leilani Lava Girl Galliano, along with Ellie Bourne. Evie Hudson is in the midfield, along with, Chinoa Young Penn, Shelby Jones, and Charlotte Ferrier, the mids. As Barroso gets us off underway here at Scripps Ranch, the wingers are Rathstag and Kylie Jones. Also, folks, I don't know for how long, but we actually have a bit of a co-commentating guest on. We have JV star herself, Valentina Prado. How are you feeling tonight, Valentina?
Pretty tired and kind of disappointed about our loss today versus Scripps Ranch, but I'm excited to play Mira Mesa next week.
Absolutely, Val, as it looks like Galliano will try to pick out Rathsack on the right wing. So as the Falcons now are launching an attack, and Shelby Jones thwarts it momentarily. They have very, very dark jerseys, the Falcons, as they're going to try to cross one through the middle here. It's shot, and Burnett's going to claim it. Evelyn Burnett has a taped finger at the moment, so even our goalkeeper's not at 100%. As Burnett will boot this one away. So speaking of Scripps Ranch, or actually speaking of Mira Mesa, Val, as the Cavers launch an attack and Jones is miles offside here, but the goalkeeper will claim it. Speaking of Mira Mesa, Val, is it true that for your club team, AYSO United, you actually know a decent amount of girls over on that Mira Mesa side?
Yeah, most of my team is on the team, and I'm really excited to play versus them because I haven't seen them in a couple months, and I really want to get the win versus them.
So who are some players to look out for when that game comes up, which is our next game, actually?
Ashley, Alexis, the other Ashley, and yeah, I think that's all. Sure.
Well, there you go, folks. Those will be the players to look out for as the referee blows his whistle as a foul or offsides occurred. And it looks like he's pointing in the direction of Scripps Ranch, so they'll launch this ball up the pitch. Again, the Falcons' jerseys, their jersey numbers are very dark on the back, so it's a bit hard to see, as that's Kate Hoover, I believe, running down the left wing. Hoover, still going. Boren trips her up. Still Hoover, back on the ball for Scripps Ranch. Now she's trying to weave her way through the middle, and she's wrestled off the ball by Ayala. Now Kylie Jones to her sister Shelby Jones. Back to Ferrier. Here's Charlotte, whose birthday was yesterday. So happy belated birthday to Charlotte Ferrier. She wins the ball back. Again, she got an early birthday goal against Patrick Henry. As Boren, it's going to go to Hoover. Hoover out on the left wing looking to cross. It's a decent ball in. It goes over Galliano, and getting there in time is Benitez. Jones tracks all the way back, and it's shot fired in low. It could be shot again. It's going to fall Kylie. They're going to leave it off, and Burnett will claim it. Well, almost an early goal there for Scripps Ranch as Boren fell on Burnett. And hopefully the goalkeeper will be all right. Ada Werner has just been called up from JV in case Burnett cannot continue to play. So Burnett will boot this away in the direction of Rathstag. Trying to give chase is Spitzberg on her. Rathstag on the wing. Spitzberg forcing her wide. And Spitzberg has won a corner for the Falcons then. And she'll track a long way back to do this. So Valentina, again, you are a big, big star on the JV, superstar at this point. I believe 10 goals, 3 assists this season, and an assist as well on the varsity. Can you tell us how your style of play has improved since your freshman year?
I definitely think I'm more confident with the ball and aggressive because I used to shy off with the ball, but I definitely think I'm making more passes and keeping the ball at my feet and making more passes through.
Excellent. And so, Val, when you were a freshman, you got varsity call-ups. Same thing now as a sophomore, also getting varsity call-ups. Do you think you could tell us the difference between playing with your JV girls and then playing with your varsity girls?
I definitely think it's more intense and more like fast pace on varsity. And with JV, I kind of have to like, people depend on me. And on varsity, I feel like we're all just like really working for one thing and really wanting to score.
Absolutely. Excellent. Thank you for the analysis of a player, Valentina Prado. Always good to have players talk because they play the game while we just sit back and analyze. So, always good to hear the player analysis as they pick out Barroso. Oh, and Rathstag's flagged offside. Well, the Cavers fans aren't happy about that one as they felt the run started from behind. But that is the call. By the way, folks, if you are just tuning in, we have just played about 5 minutes of this game. Still 0-0 at this point. Again, we are live streaming right now on our website, GK Sports. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who helped us reach our milestone of 1,000 subscribers last night. It was absolutely superb. And we are now at 1.1K as well, as that ball will trickle out of play. So I want to thank everyone who subscribed. It's really helping the company out. It'll help us out a lot. So for those of you who are new, please subscribe as well. It only takes a second. It's absolutely free. Leave a like on the video as well. It helps us out, especially if you are watching from the comfort of your home. Spread the word about GK Sports, especially if you have relatives on this team. You know a player, you know a friend. Go out and do that. As Shelby Jones is back on the ball, and well, the Cavers don't want to run, and that's exactly why they stopped their run as Rathstag is flagged offside again. And Barroso is giving her directions as the Scripps Ranch back line is playing a very good offside trap. Now, speaking of defenses and offside traps, Valentina, again, you play as a center forward. What is something that you need to check on yourself and other forwards to beat the offside trap?
You definitely gotta always be looking your shoulder and like checking where the defenders are, because if you don't, then you don't know where they are and you don't know where you are on the field.
Absolutely. There you go, folks, as Burnett will boot this one away in the direction of Kylie Jones, who's wearing a captain's armband along with her sister Shelby. Benitez tries to play it. It's intercepted in the end by Krebs, and that's going to roll out for a throw-in on the near side of the pitch. Benitez will look to take this one. Ferrier checks in. Ferrier comes off her thigh, still Charlotte. And they're going to play it now, Scripps Ranch, to Ventimiglia. And Charlotte's back on the ball. Ferrier, and she's dispossessed. And here's Hoover back on it. Hoover. On the left wing, Shelby Jones marking her well. And Hoover still going, and she has run out of play by Shelby Jones. Throw into the Cavers then on the far side of the pitch. So Izzy Ayala, her second game back since returning from that injury, throws this one in. And Ayala has some work to do. Crosses played in the box, and that's not going to be too much trouble for Evelyn Burnett. So Burnett then to boot this one away for the Cavers. And it is an excellent punt, by the way, as it made its way all the way to the halfway line. Now it's back to Jones. Shelby. Ferrier. Oh, and Shelby Jones wasn't back there as Scripps Ranch gets on the intercept. Now on the left wing, this is Mountain. Spencer Mountain trying to outrun Benitez. She does at the moment. Bringing the ball back into play, and the Cavers can launch a counter. Barroso needs to stay on side. They find Shelby Jones. Shelby trying to play it to Marley Rathstag. Rathstag gives chase. Here's Marley Rathstag, MRS 13, laying it off. Oh, and that just got in the way. Good defending from the Falcons. So then, goalkeeper Leah Northcott will punt this one away. Northcott, it's another excellent punt as it makes its way to the halfway line. Ferrier on the turn. Charlotte skipping past two. Still Ferrier. Here she goes, and it's going to fall to Rathstag. Rathstag, and she's hounded by two defenders immediately. Back to Shelby Jones. Shelby. And that pass will fall. Very physical game early on, as going on the turn here is Ventimiglia. Now she'll play it out wide for her teammate. This is Mountain. Mountain on the ball, and Kylie Jones wrestles her off the ball. Now here's Ferrier. Back to Shelby. Shelby, and that ball is going to be a little too ahead of Atiana Barroso. Well, speaking of Atiana Barroso, her first official season on the varsity last season, Valentina, you played with Atiana. You two were superstars. Can you tell us how it is like playing with a player like Atiana Barroso?
It's kind of helps your mind because it's always like someone's there to support you and you can count on them to be there and really like be physical.
Awesome. Excellent. And in your opinion, what do you think Atiana's best attributes as a footballer is?
Probably being able to control the ball and keep it with her and her headers too. She's always like on there and being so physical with everybody.
Absolutely. So then this will go for a goal kick, and it looks like Natalie Krebs will take this one for Scripps Ranch. So then Chloe Galliano is on the touchline for the Cavers, warming up just a tad. Again, one of the JV starlets who got called up to varsity tonight as Benitez tried to lay that off. And Benitez wins it back. Here's Kylie Jones, and she's dispossessed off the ball. Good through ball in. And, skipping past, and that's going to be a foul. So thwarting the run of Spencer Mountain was Galliana, Leilani that is. But in doing so, it's a free kick to the Falcons. This one's going to be from around 50 yards out. And again, folks, if you're wondering, well, Josh, it says 40 on there. Well, you see, folks, the end zone counts as 10 yards. The 10 counts as 20. 20 counts as 30, and so on and so forth. You have to count the end zone. So Burnett will take this goal kick then for the Cavers. And again, folks, if you haven't already, you should follow us on our Instagram where I do live interviews with players and coaches alike. Go to GK Sports 2 again on Instagram and just give it a follow. It's like subscribing, and it only takes a second. You can also find more of our social media outlets on our website at gksports.org. GK Sports 1 is our Twitter. Our Facebook is GK Sports, where we, I believe, have around 1,200, 1,300 followers on there. So make sure to head over there if you haven't already and subscribe. All the talk is on there. And again, of course, you can find our website, gksports.org, as, a player has gone down for Scripps Ranch, and she's holding her ankle. That might have been Spitzberg, I believe, by the looks of it. Oh, no, and she's holding her knee. Oh, that's not Spitzberg. Spitzberg is the player standing over her mate. Either way, the referee is going to halt play at the moment. And, oh, no, she looks to be in a lot of pain, folks. The trainers are making their way on the pitch, and she's holding her knee. I hope it's nothing too serious. But, oh, boy, this does not look good. The referee calls a hydration break at the moment. The clock will continue to run, so we will see how much extra time will be played, if any at all, at the end of the first half, or perhaps it'll be on in the second half. So then, hopefully she will be all right, as the coaches are now going to go over their team talks. Well, I want to ask you as well, Valentina, as we take a little break from this one, what is the best part about playing your position center forward?
I definitely think I'm not really big on running all the time. So as a 9, you really have to be like sprinting, but like you always get like a little break if the ball's not with you. So that's like really like good for me.
For sure. And also, what would you say to other maybe young girls out there listening to this? What would you say is the best way to improve their skills at the 9 and maybe even become a superstar like you someday?
Definitely give it your all in all your games and practices and think of it as a real game. And, yeah, always give it your all.
There you go. Straight to the point from Valentina Prado as this one rolls out for a long throw-in for the Falcons to take. Natalie Krebs will track back and get it. Also, folks, this is the second season that I am doing the Cavers, and I love it. And for the second season running, we are partnered with TCT Tax, folks. TCT Tax can help you with all types of income tax returns and whatnot. They will maximize your refunds and lower your taxes as tax season is coming up. So go check them out. Go see them. Don't let the IRS levy your house or your bank accounts. Keep your peace of mind with TCT Tax. Go see them at tct-tax.com. You're not going to regret that as Lucy Benitez will throw this one in for the Cavers. Again, 26 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in this one. Still the score is 0-0. Both sides haven't really had... I feel like the Falcons have had a little bit more of the opportunities in this one, but either way, nothing has come of it. Galliano, good piece of skill, finds Shelby Jones in the middle. Jones has to pick out her passes right here. Oh, and she is dispossessed by Cassidy Lacey. Now on the turn is the winger. And it's won back by Rathstag. Rathstag trying to play Barroso, and Kylie Jones is going to try to give chase to this one, but the goalkeeper, Northcutt, will claim it first. So, Northcutt then to boot this one away. Again, folks, the Cavers playing in their usual 4-3-3 formation. Scripps Ranch looks like they're also playing in what seems to be a 4-1-4-1, I believe, actually, with a holding midfielder and one center forward. Here's Shelby Jones bringing it down. So then, Vilbrandt, as it's played, on the turn, she's going to look to shoot here as she skips past Galliano. Now it's going to be played out wide. Mountain, and that's high over Burnett. So, Mountain with the go. Well, speaking of the Cavers 4-3-3 formation, as the JV Starlets will now make their way on the pitch, Chloe Galliano will make her way. She has scored in every single JV game she's played this season. And Evie Hudson, one of the best midfielders on JV, will make her way on the pitch as well. Barroso and Rathsag will take a break. So as I was saying, speaking of 4-3-3 formation, Valentina, you play it as the role. What is the key to, in your opinion, a successful 4-3-3, especially when you're playing the 9 out there?
Having everybody communicating and like calling who's marks who, and as a 9, I can see pretty much the entire field, and being able to communicate with others, mark someone, mark another person is really important.
There you go, folks, as that ball is going to be played through, and Kylie Jones should be onside. I think she'll have the pace to reach it. Ferrier is wide open in the middle at the moment. Jones trying to make her way. Still Kylie Jones, and that's going to be a throw-in. Excellent defending there from the Falcons. I believe that was Amanda Grissom. So it's going to fall back to Jones. Jones with the cross-in. It's a decent one at that. And Hudson will try to get in the way. And here's Benitez. Benitez flicks it on. Ferrier tries to head it on. It's going to fall to Kylie Jones. Here's Kylie Jones. Kylie! Oh, what a save! What an absolutely spectacular save from Northcutt. Kylie Jones hit that with some real venom, and Northcutt reacted beautifully. Well, that was the best chance of the game so far for either side, you'd have to say. And Northcutt keeps it at 0-0. But did she concede a corner? Yes, she conceded a corner to Izzy, Ayala, and the Cavers. So let's see what this amounts to. Ayala whips it in. Jones flicks it on, and it's going to be cleared. And Ayala will have a throw-in on the far side of the pitch for the Cavers. Oh, and she took it incorrectly. So that's going to be a Scripps Ranch throw-in. And a substitute as well, as Bridget Coletto will make her way on the pitch shortly here. So, Valentina, whenever the JV has their set pieces, usually their main person to take it is Camilla Rogers. And it seems most of the time she tries to pick you out in the box. So, when you play, is there any kind of set play that you guys have, or is it mainly just running into the box and trying to get your head on the ball?
Pretty much, we haven't planned anything yet, but we've been talking about making a trick play or something like that, but we're all just pretty much running back. We need some people for the rebounds that get kicked out, but that's pretty much we just run in.
Well, there you go, folks, as Ayala will throw this one in for the Cavers. Izzy Ayala. It's brought back down. And Hudson tried to throw in a challenge, and that ball is going to be sent long and forward. Wingers giving chase. I think Boren will just have to shield this one out, and she'll play it out. So now the referee blows his whistle for a substitution to be made. And surely this time around, Bridget Coletto will be making her way on the pitch. And she will be. She will replace her mate, Daniela Ventimiglia. So Ventimiglia's off, and Coletto is on. And Coletto gets a pretty big, nice ovation from the crowd as she makes her way on the pitch here. And here is the throw-in. Throw-in played. And getting in the way is Boren. Boren trying to play it out wide for Galliano. As that ball is sent right back to the middle. Jones with the header. And here's Benitez. Benitez trying to win it. She's wrestled off the ball. And now Kylie Jones has to defend. And that will go out of play for a Scripps Ranch throw-in. So, folks, about, I'd say, maybe 3 seasons ago, there were 3 Jones sisters on the pitch. Kylie, Shelby, and Caitlin Jones all played on the same team, and they started together as well. 3 sisters on the pitch. Can you imagine how fun that is? So here goes the throw-in. Throw-in played. And, oh, it's nicked. And they go down in the box, and the referee does not award a penalty, which I believe is the right decision. The ball was won first. Now Ferrier laying it off for Hudson. Hudson makes her way around one. Here's Evie Hudson. That ball's going to fall, but it's going to fall to the Scripps Ranch defense. Now Evie Hudson is back on it. Here comes Hudson. Hudson, still Evie Hudson. Here's Evie Hudson. Evie Hudson. Evie Hudson. And she hits it right to Northcutt. So Evie Hudson then making her way around as Northcutt makes the routine save. Well, speaking of sisters, Valentina, last season you played with your sister on the JV, Natalia Prado. So can you tell us how it is like playing with a sister on the pitch? That's got to be a surreal feeling.
Yeah, I loved it. Like, it just made our bond even stronger, and I could always, like, trust that she was there. It just was really fun to play with her.
Yeah, and she was a defender as well, so complete opposites. You're a forward and she's a defender. So did you guys ever clash on that or train against one another? How did those go?
Yeah, we used to practice with each other like all the time. And oh, she was really physical with me, like never let me like down. And it actually made me a better player, I think. And it was just because I knew my sister wouldn't go easy on me and would always do the best for me. So I was really happy about that.
Well, there you go. Shout out to Natalia Prado wherever she is. Thank you for making Valentina a better player. So that shot, as you saw, went high and wide. It didn't trouble Burnett too much, but another big chance for Scripps Ranch. And unfortunately, they couldn't convert. So here's Jones. Kylie on the turn. Kylie still going, and she's dispossessed only as far as Benitez. Benitez, Young Penn's calling for it. Young Penn gets it. Chenoa looking to play this one out wide. She'll try to thread it through the middle, and it's sent right back the other way. Bourne will head it on. Hudson brings it down. And now on the turn, dispossessed. Here's Benitez. That ball takes a touch, and she'll probably look to play this off of the opponent, and she will. Good job by Benitez playing it off of Spencer Mountain. 18 minutes, 18 seconds left to go, folks, and that is if extra time is added on after that horrible injury to that Scripps Ranch player. Again, we will see. Well, the referee is having a little bit of words at the moment. They were all looking at the referee, the players, and he says, yes, play on, as that one will be intercepted. Now here's Shelby Jones, and she passes it out wide for Ayala initially. And that will be out of play. So Ayala will track back then for the Varsity. So Izzy Ayala then looking for options, as it looks like Marley Rathstag will be making her way back on the pitch for Kylie Jones. That will be the substitution. Again, folks, Kylie Jones not feeling 100%, especially just coming back from the COVID protocols and clearing it. Her and Shelby, oh, look at this. So a double substitution. So Shelby and Kylie are off, and Mian is on. Again, both Jones sisters not feeling 100%. Ayala to Hudson. Ferrier is surrounded by a couple of Falcons there, as they're playing quite the high line. Now it's flicked on and played towards the middle in the direction of Vibrant. And Mian couldn't get it that time. Ball's played back. Ferrier now playing a more attacking role. Young Penn throws in a challenge. And that's going to be played down the line. And Galliano will keep this in play. Finds Young Penn well. Chenoa looking to distribute through the middle. Here is Hudson, and she's dispossessed. Now it's back to Mountain. Oh, look at that 1-2 from the Falcons. Here's Mountain. Mountain crosses it in. Burnett punches it clear, and it's gonna. Oh, they missed it! Oh my word! How did they miss? She had an open net, her goal dead to rights. If we could see that on the replay here, Burnett pushed it, and it fell so kindly to the, it fell very kindly to Kate Hoover, and Hoover missed an absolute wonder shot. Well, it happens to the best of them, but the Cavers are going to be relieved of that. I'm just wondering, Valentina, have you ever missed a couple sitters like that in your career?
Yeah, I have. They aren't the best feeling in the world. You always think you're going to get it, but it's kind of a letdown when you don't.
Right, yeah. They're always, like you said, a bit of a bummer, especially for a forward. Trying to put those away. But again, it happens, and Hoover might get another chance to score here. She might be able to redeem herself, but Boren will say no to that, and she'll just clear it out of play. So then, a substitution then for the Falcons, as making her way on the pitch will be Catherine Ellermeyer, along with her mate, I believe, in the midfield there, Sophia Green. So Green and Ellermeyer making their way on the pitch, and Hoover is one of the substitutes coming out. So throw in played, headed on, and Burnett should be able to have this one, and she does. So here is Burnett looking to distribute. It's punted away high in the night. Brought down in the halfway line, and a handball is called, so free kick to the Cavers. So Valentina, along with being a center forward, sometimes the coaches deploy you as a winger as well. So do you enjoy being a winger, or what do you like about either positions, or do you really just like playing center forward?
I do like playing 9, but as a winger, there isn't as much pressure on you as playing as a 9, but you do have to run way more to like go back and support the defense.
Absolutely, there you go. As Galliano tried to wrestle her off the ball. Oh, and they've taken a fall, and luckily for the Falcons, nothing could come of it, and Galliano will play this back to Burnett, and Burnett will send it, and that's going to go out of play. So another Falcon throw-in. I must say, Valentina, does it ever get annoying or old when the ball just keeps rolling on the track, whether it be club or high school? I mean, it really does slow the game down, right?
It really does, and I wish we had nets behind our goals, because then, like, when we kick the ball out or something like that, like, we won't have to go and chase it. It would save us so much more time.
A bit of waste of energy as well, right?
Yeah, and we always lose balls too, so that could be a solution too.
Well, there you go. Hear it from Valentina herself, folks. Let's get the nets behind the goals and elsewhere, as Kiana Mian will make her way off the pitch, and Shelby Jones will come back on. So it looks like it was just a quick breather for Shelby. We'll see if Kylie feels the same way later on. Referee blows his whistle. Benitez. Brought down. Shelby Jones finds Rathstag. Oh, what a curling ball that was. Now here's Evie Hudson. Evie trying to thread it through for her JV Starlet teammate Galliano. Now it's back to Shelby Jones, and that's a handball, and it will be. So then, Cassidy Lacey to take this one. Pings it forward. It's brought down. Benitez. For Chenoa Youngpen. Chenoa. Oh, and she's dispossessed in a dangerous area. And Burnett will have to come off her line to claim that. And Boren will do the shielding. Burnett. Galliano trying to win the header there. Here's Chloe. Shelby. And it's dispossessed. Oh, good pressure from Chloe Galliano. As it's won back by the Falcons. And getting there in time was Boren. Here's Chenoa. Young Penn, and that's dispossessed as well. So a little bit of back and forth stuff here from both sides, as neither side can really hold possession for too much longer, but hopefully that'll change. Here's Chloe Galliano down the right wing. Chloe Galliano, here she comes. Chloe Galliano trying to cross it to Rathstag, and that's going to be cleared only back as far as Chloe Galliano. It's going to fall to Evie Hudson, and it's going to be a routine save for Northcott. So Northcott then with the routine save. as the score stays 0-0. Evie Hudson, her second attempt on goal, I believe. Again, folks, if you are enjoying this live stream so far, please subscribe if you haven't already. We just reached over 1,000 subscribers, which is a big milestone for us in the company, so leave a like as well. And plus, we have a live stream chat feature, as that ball is a beautiful ball played down the wing. Now look at this pace. Look at the pace on her. She's going to try to cross it, and Galliano will get there, and it's a... Is that a goal kick? Looks like that's what the referee called. I initially thought it might have been a corner, but... It looks like it went out just over the line. But like I was saying, folks, subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out a lot. And plus, if it is a live stream, so you could tell us, as that's a dangerous ball played in the middle by Benitez, and it's won back by the Falcons. Tell us where you're watching from, who your favorite player is, who you're supporting. We want to know because, and Benitez gets turned there pretty well by Ellermeyer. Still Ellermeyer, and she goes down in the box, and the referee says no penalty. Well, if we can look at the replay on that after this attack goes out, I wonder if we can get a replay on that just to see, was that a penalty? I'm not too sure. She did go down at the box. She did go down the box, Ellermeyer, but the referee seems to say she got the ball first, which, again, during the moment, it's a hard decision to make. It might have just been the right one, though, as that ball goes out of play for a throw-in. But yeah, folks, we are at the game. Tell us where you're watching from, and of course, spread the word about GK Sports to your friends, family, and relatives alike, especially if you're supporting someone on the team. It helps us out a lot. Follow us on all the social media platforms if you haven't already. GK Sports 1 is our Twitter. GK Sports 2 is our Instagram, where I do live interviews with the players, so give us a follow on there as well. And of course, we are on Facebook. And our website, of course, gksports.org, is Evie Hudson. We'll try to clip this through for Rathstag and Ferrier to give chase, but that won't be the case. And Rathstag forces some pressure, as that will go out for a throw-in. So Benitez to look to take this one. Lucy Benitez throws it into Ferrier. Ferrier gives chase, and that's sent out of play. So with about 8:55 left to go in this one, your thoughts on the game so far, Valentina? What have you thought of both sides?
I feel like it's evenly matched. Like it's like one person has the ball and the other team has the ball. It's always like back and forth, but good shots on both teams.
Absolutely. And do you feel that one of these teams should in fact be leading in this game?
I feel like it's evenly matched, like possession-wise. It's always going back and forth until like the second half, until we like see like if someone really will take and step up and take the possession.
Right, there you go. As speaking of possession, here is possession for the Falcons. It's going to be played back to Spitzberg, and that's a high cross in the box. Burnett, she's missed it, and that's cleared. And the referee calls a handball on the Falcons, and it will be a free kick to the Cavers. So the Cavers survive a little bit of a scare there with 8 minutes to go in the first half. So I believe Burnett will give way for Izzy Ayala to take this free kick. Here's Ayala, as it looks like Kylie Jones is warming back up on the touchline. Rathstag brings it down. Hudson, that goes a bit wayward. And it comes off a Falcon last, so throw into the Cavers, as here is the substitution. Chloe Galliano is done for the moment, and Kylie Jones is back on the pitch, so you wonder if Kylie will go back to the left wing and Rathstag might potentially go on the right wing. Substitution as well, it will be Kate Hoover making her way back on for the Falcons. So then, Benitez to throw this one in. Lucy Benitez, headed on by Ellermeyer, brought down by Krebs, and Krebs was dispossessed, and it will be a throw into the Cavers. Ferrier wants it quickly, and she heads it on Charlotte Ferrier, and Scripps Ranch will get to this one first. It's a back pass to Northcott, and Northcott will play it out from the back. Kylie Jones inserting the pressure, and Ayala's there on the intercept. Izzy, Boren, Galliana. clipping it forward in the direction of Rathstag. Now it's back to Shelby Jones. By the way, folks, Shelby Jones will be continuing her footballing career when she does go to college to Arcadia University, I believe, if I got that right. So congratulations again to Shelby as Kylie Jones does well. And did she win a corner? She has. So the good effort by Kylie Jones to win the Cavers a corner kick there. That's one of the qualities she brings to this team, Kylie Jones. Always a hard worker. And I keep saying it, and I'll say it once more. If she were fully fit last season, I believe the Cavers would have made the playoffs. So here's Izzy Ayala to boot this one away. Izzy, it's falls to Kylie, and that's a handball. And the Falcons will have a free kick. So then, this will be booted away. Ayala. Here's Shelby Jones, and that will go out of play as well. 5 minutes and around 16 seconds left in this one. Again, folks, if you're just tuning in, the score is still 0-0. So here's Pareto. Played towards the middle. This is Ellermeyer. Ellermeyer on the move. Still Ellermeyer. She tries to thread it through, and that's offside. As Burnett would have cleared it anyway. So a free kick to the Cavers then. And as this first half is coming to a close, I want to ask your opinion, Valentina, on the Cavers side of things. Who do you think the best player has been so far in the first half? In your opinion.
I definitely think Charlotte. I think she's like really like been there as a 9 and like keeping the defensive on their toes and like really like pushing them and making them nervous.
Well, there you go, from one center forward to another. As Boren is back on the ball here. It's flicked on. Oh, and can Kylie get to this? It's Kylie Jones, and oh, she nearly picked out Ferrier there. Now the Falcons can launch a counterattack if they play their cards right, and they might just do that. So Ellermeyer is making a bombing run on the right wing, and Galliano will try to shield her off this ball, and Galliano has won a goal kick. Brilliant defending from Lava Girl. So Burnett will track back to retrieve this ball to take this goal kick. Again, folks, the Cavers' record this season is currently 3-5. The Scripps Ranch Falcons' record this season is currently 4-5-2. So both teams really looking for a win here, looking to get back to winning ways. As Benitez heads it in the middle, it's dangerous. Galliana's there, so is young Penn, Chinoa, Evie on the turn, and Ferrier's going to have a long ball to play. And they're going to play this back to Northcott, and oh! Well, that was a cheeky move by the defender there. I don't know if that was intentional, but it definitely threw off Ferrier at the moment. Here's Evie Hudson, little 1-2. She tried. She's hounded by that midfield, Evie Hudson. And she's dispossessed only as far as Pareto clips it to the middle. That's Lacey. Brought down by Evie Hudson. And, oh, that ricocheted off of one of the players there. And it's brought back down. Hudson working her way. And Jones back on it. Kylie, oh, look at the foot skills from Kylie Jones. As she nearly got past 2 defenders there. Back to Galliano. Oh, Galliano got caught here. And she's offside. And Burnett just lets her shoot that wide. So then, another offside's called. But I must say, the officiating crew this evening has been spot on. This might be one of the best officiating crews we've seen. There really hasn't been any complaints from the crowd whatsoever about any of these calls. It's rare that you find that now these days, right, Valentina?
Yeah, sometimes we get 1 or 2 refs, even in club. Like, I feel like refs have been like pretty scarce these days.
Especially this team, who has done excellent, in my opinion, so far officiating this game. But I want to ask you, Valentina, so for your JV game, usually there's only 2 referees, but this time around, as Galliano will try to play it through, there was only 1 referee. And, I mean, that's got to be frustrating, not just for your team, but for the other team as well, because there are so many missed calls and because there's only 1 referee.
especially on the offsides. Like sometimes we would be offside or onside, and sometimes we wouldn't, and like he wouldn't be able to see it. And, like I don't like blame him because like it's only him, and he like did his best, but it's just can be really frustrating when the wrong call happens.
Right, changes the flow of the game, the dictation, all of that. Oh, and by the way, folks, I forgot to let you know, but we are actually under 2 minutes here at the Scripps Ranch Falcons Stadium, which means all official time is up to the referee. But again, I assume we'll have a little bit more than a minute to go in this one, again, due to that injury, but I could be wrong. The referee could just blow his whistle after the minute is done, and he could be saving it for the second half. Ball's clipped in. Here's Boren, and it's cleared. And fighting for it is Kylie Jones. Kylie, Chinoa. Good shielding of the ball there, and that's a free kick. And this is a big, big opportunity for the Falcons to go up 1-0. This free kick will be from about 35 yards out. I've seen them hit from this range, folks. I've seen free kicks hit from 40 yards out. And it looks like standing over it is Natalie Krebs. It's a four-man wall consisting of Ratstag, the Jones sisters, and another defender there. Here's Natalie Krebs going for goal. Oh, but it's high and wide. So, Burnett not troubled there, as it went through the uprights there, as it will fall back to Galliano. So again, folks, the 2 minutes is in fact about up right now if you're checking your watch. But again, like I said, the referee will either add more time, and I believe that's what he's doing right now. He's adding more time due to that injury. Now Benitez battling for it, trying to pick out Rathstag. Turn. Good build up here from the Falcons as Young Penn dispossesses. Chinoa trying to play it down the line. Chinoa again. Young Penn threading it through. Hudson has a little bit of space, and she'll leave it for Shelby Jones. Shelby tries to cut it back. And, oh, that could fall through. Here's Charlotte Ferrier. Charlotte Ferrier one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Charlotte Ferrier! Oh! The Flying Ferrier has done it again! Charlotte Ferrier has been on fire this season. 1-0 Cavers. So Charlotte Ferrier then puts the Cavers up 1-0 as she celebrates with her teammates, and they really needed that. Well, it was a clinical finish from the center forward. A little mistake at the back from the Falcons, and Ferrier is clinical. Well, Valentina, can you tell us about that finish as your center forward as well?
That was a really clean shot. Usually when you're getting closer, you start stressing out a little bit, but she kept her composure and really went for the goal and took a really strong low shot.
Do you think the goalkeeper had any chance of saving that?
No, that was straight to the corner and a strong kick.
There you go. Well, that will do it for the end of the first half. A perfect way to end the first half for your San Diego Cavers as Ferrier puts us up 1-0 yet again. Hopefully this time around the Cavers can hold on. There's still a whole half of football left to be played in this one. By the way, folks, again, subscribe if you haven't already. We are doing a live stream as well, so make sure to go and do that. Tell us where you're watching from and, of course, who you're rooting for. And of course, folks, for the second season in a row running, we are partnered with TCT Tax because they can help you with any of your needs. They'll help you with your income taxes. They'll maximize your refunds. They'll help the IRS from levying your house and your bank accounts. They'll stop them from doing all that. So go get your taxes done and go do it with them. TCT Tax. Go see them at tct-tax.com. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for the first half of play. I'm your commentator, Joshua Pengen, joined by my co-commentator today, Valentina Prado, and we will see you at the resumption of the second half. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Scripps Ranch Stadium, home of the Scripps Ranch Falcons, where the Cavers are on the road for their very first league game of the season. Well, their first road league game of the season, their second league game overall, and they currently have a 1-0 lead, and thanks to the Flying Farrier, Charlotte, that is. So Charlotte Farrier scored on Tuesday against Patrick Henry, a day before her birthday, and then a day after her birthday, she scores this time against Scripps Ranch. So it's all going well for Charlotte so far in her birthday week. It couldn't really have gone any better. Maybe a win, but she is getting her goals and finding her form. So Valentina, do you think you could tell us, especially as a center forward, scoring in the last seconds of the first half or in the game in general, what does just that do to the team's confidence going into the next half?
It's the best feeling in the world because you feel like you really put it all on that game, and it just brings everybody up and confident to go strong and keep the win.
There you go. And the starting 11 for your Cavers in the second half. Ada Werner will be in goal. It looks like Burnett's finger is finally given out on her. Ayala will be a wingback along with, well, I'm not too sure, actually. Potentially Pareto. It looks like the Cavers are playing in a more defensive position. It looks like a 5-3-2, doesn't it, Valentina?
It does. And Charlotte's in D now.
Yeah, Charlotte's playing a much more defensive role as, that ball is nicked off of Farrier, and they're going to try to play it immediately, Scripps Ranch. Ayala's going to have to track back, and Hoover is hounding her. Hoover wins it. Hoover cuts it back on her right boot. It's going to be sent in here by Spitzberg. Or initially, I think she was trying to cross it. It's still Spitzberg. Still Spitzberg. Look at Spitzberg go. She shoots, and Werner will make the routine save. So Spitzberg trying to run through the whole defense there. It looks like Atiana Barroso will be a lone forward for the Cavers as Hudson will push up the pitch. Renwick will get some of her first minutes of the night. Delaney Renwick, another one of those JV players that Prado played with last season as well, as Galliano will surely just let this roll out for a goal kick, and that will be the case. So, Valentina, obviously footballers, they have superstitions, or it seems they have their own different styles. Your style seems to be the pink headband, and interestingly enough, we have a green fluff going on in the back as well. Are we going to be seeing more of that, or is the fluff more different colors?
Yeah, the scrunchie is pretty much any color, anything I can find, but I kind of stick with the pink pre-wrap. I don't know. I've had it for 2 to 3 years now. I think I'm going to stick with it.
Is it superstition, or what is it?
Routine, I think. Just routine.
Just routine, as that ball, it will be played out wide, and keeping it in play will be Grissom. Or, excuse me, Vilbrandt. Oh, look at this run by Vilbrandt. Shelby Jones has some work to do to catch up. They're going to play a through ball here, Scripps Ranch. They're going to fire it, and it's a corner, surely, and it will be. So the Falcons off to a flying start in the second half, as they're going to look for a very quick equalizer to this one. And yes, thank you for correcting me, Val, on the scrunchie. I called it a fluff. I forgot the name for a second there.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So it will be a corner kick to the Falcons. Here we go. Corner kick played. It's a decent one in. It could go all the way through. Here's going to be the shot. It's flicked on forward, and it's headed on. It's missed, and the Cavers haven't cleared it yet. It's still bouncing. It's shot again. It's trying to be cleared by Farrier. The box is but it's shot. Oh, and it's high and wide by Hoover. Well, a big chance again for the Falcons as that fell kindly, but they couldn't find the back of the net. As you can see on the replay here, folks, it fell to Kate Hoover, and she just missed off target again. As Werner will take this goal kick. Galliano. Here's Galliano still. Evie Hudson on the move, dispossessed off the ball. And now it looks like the Cavers are definitely playing more their 4-3-3 natural position, but expect their wingers to drop back and help defend a lot, as Ayala will have to clear it. Renwick keeps it in play. Renwick, and good pressure there from the Falcons. So it looks like if the scoreline stays very similar, folks, I 100% guarantee you we will not see Sailball Zinovich tonight. Which would be good for the Cavers because she'll get her much-needed rest on her ankle. Renwick. And that will go out of play. So Ayala will throw it in. Renwick brings it down. Ferrier. Now here's Evie Hudson. Evie, and she wins a throw-in for the Cavers then on the near side of the pitch. So Evie Hudson, again, I always enjoy bringing this up, is a member of the club Legends FC. That is her club team, along with Chloe Agostini, who also plays on that squad as well. Val, do you have any players on the JV that play on your AYSO United club, or does no one on the team play for them?
Sadly, no, because they are all located in Mira Mesa, and some go to like Santana or like Santee, I think. And yeah, we're kind of all separated.
Would you say there are as that ball is going to be played, Rathsack will give chase, but it will be cleared by Krebs. Would you say that the majority of people on your JV squad, what would the majority clubs be? Legends and who else?
And Matrix. Pretty much Legends and Matrix are most of them.
Most of them, right. So the throw-in will be played then. Looks like Pareto, Rathstag, 1-2. Pareto tries to ping it forward. Again, Nisa Pareto's first official varsity season, as she was also on the JV last season. So if you want to know that, by the way, folks, Delaney Renwick, Atiana Barroso, and like I was just saying, Nisa Pareto are the three. And oh, look at this pace by Stather. Stather, she's going to get the better. Here's Stather looking to shoot, and oh, what a save by Werner. Ada Werner coming up big for the Cavers. The JV goalkeeper stepping it up when they needed her to. Big save from the freshman. That ball was hit with real venom. It was almost a carbon copy of the save Northcutt had to make in the first half against Kylie Jones, although Northcutt had to go flying a bit. But Werner stood her ground strong. Header comes in, and that's going to fall right back out to Stather, who created the chance in the first place. And Ayala will get there in time. Flicked on. It goes over Renwick. Shelby Jones will ping it forward in the direction of Barroso. It's sent back the other way. Hudson now. Stather making a good move around Ayala. Stather, oh, trying some of the moves there, Stather. Now it's going to be sent towards the middle. Ferrier missed it, but Pareto didn't. Ferrier, oh, here's Charlotte Ferrier. She nicked it here. She has Barroso in the middle. She'll play it to Atiana. Barroso now holding it up. Barroso trying to play it out wide for Ferrier. He leaves it for Rathstag. Rathstag to Ferrier. Here's Charlotte Ferrier. Ferrier back to Rathstag. Marley Rathstag on the wing. Still Marley Rathstag. And Rathstag will keep that in play. Referee looked at his assistant. And Hudson will drill it in, and that will go out for a goal kick. So a couple 1-2s there from the Cavers, but Northcutt wasn't troubled by any of it. So here is the goal kick then. Goal kick played, brought down, and Jones will have to get there in time, and she does. Shelby Jones finds Renwick. Delaney Renwick. Oh, and she's dispossessed. This is a dangerous area to give the ball away. And this is exactly why, as Hoover will make her way down the left wing. Here's Kate Hoover. Hoover drills it in, and she wins a corner off of Boren. So another corner to start the the Falcons' favor. And it looks like Brooke Stather will take it again. So then, everyone is on this half of the pitch except for the goalkeeper for Scripps Ranch. Just about. Here is Stather. Can she pick out someone here? They're knocking on the door, Scripps Ranch. Stather with a good ball in, and it's headed out by Ferrier. But it's only far as Stather again, so Stather has another chance to put this one in the box. Stather plays it out, the dummy run a little bit. Now stepping up, I think she wanted to shoot that initially, but Ventimiglia will try to thread it through instead, and Galliano will send it the other way. It goes over the head, so Barroso will try to put on the pressure here. And it's won back by Ferrier. Here's Charlotte. Oh, and she couldn't do it there. Here's Rathstag trying to pick out Barroso. It's missed. Ferrier, and that's a foul committed by Charlotte Ferrier, throwing her body on the line there. So free kick to the Falcons then. It will be taken by Kea Menezes. Or no, it will be taken by the center half. That ball is drilled forward. Good technique. Oh, Boren Galliano tries to clear. Only to Evie Hudson. Evie. Pareto tries. Intercepted in the middle. Here's Izzy Ayala now, who has some work to do against Hoover. Hoover weaves her way through. Hoover drills it in. And Bourne will just clear this one away. Flicked back on and in. Headed on. And Ayala will try to shield Hoover off this ball here. And Ayala could not do so. So another corner kick for Scripps Ranch. Again, knocking on that door, trying to find an equalizer here. We've played around just a little over 9.5 minutes in this one, if you're joining. So then, here we go. It will be Stadler to take another corner kick. Here's the cross in. It's a good one. Headed. Oh, Werner with the save. I don't know how Ada Werner saved that, to be completely honest. It looked like she was blocked. But Barroso could get here. Barroso, and it's cleared back the other way. Well, Ada Werner stepping it up big time. And Galliano. And Werner will claim it again. Werner clears. Ball takes a bounce. Here's Barroso. Barroso using her head, finding Rathstag. Here's Rathstag. Rathstag trying to thread it through for Atiana Barroso. Barroso trying to win it. Barroso, and brilliant defending there from Spitzberg. Oh, and what a way to keep it in play. But here's Renwick. Renwick on the cross, and that's cleared out of the box. Shelby Jones with the header. Barroso, and she couldn't play it off of Mountain as she wanted, so goal kick to the Falcons. Well, what an opening 12 minutes or so we've had here. Your thoughts, Valentina?
Very stressful. The intensity is really high right now.
Absolutely. As the Cavers will make a substitution, Hudson will come off. It looks like Chinoa Young Penn is back on. Rathstag will take a breather, and Chloe Galliano will come back on as well. So then, speaking of Chloe Galliano, again, a big rising star in the JV. You know that all too well, Val. Again, she has scored at least one goal in every JV game she's played this season. What can you tell us about Chloe Galliano?
Chloe is a great player. Like, you can always trust on her to be there and give it her all. And that's just players that I love. Absolutely,
and she's definitely been a big help, especially to this JV attacking threat this season. And it is a big miss when she unfortunately can't play, is it?
Yeah, it is. Like, always, like, not really having that winger or, like, that runner that will be there or going 100% to the ball.
Absolutely. But that's what happens when you're dominating on JV. You get those varsity call-ups to improve your game even more and better, as Chinoa Young Penn will get in the way of that one. So then 27 minutes and 27.5 minutes left to go in this one. So still a lot of time for the Falcons to find an equalizer here as Bourne gets in the way. And here is Spitzberg. Dispossessed, and oh, it's a fall. Renwick, and Spitzberg is there. Good recovery there. So the Falcons players, a couple of times in this game, have slipped in this match, and one of the reasons why the Cavers got that goal was due to a slip in the defense as well. So you have to wonder, as that ball goes wayward to Werner, because I was talking to someone at halftime, and it just ends up the turf on this field is just not up to par as it should be, which is why you see these players slipping and falling every now and then. And another one goes down. And that's going to be a free kick to the Falcons. So, again, big opportunity, big chance to find an equalizer here for Scripps Ranch. This free kick will be from around 30 yards out. Again, Sale Bozinovic hit a 30-yard free kick against the Hoover Cardinals not too long ago. I wouldn't put it past Natalie Krebs to do something very, very similar. So Werner's going to have to set up her wall here. Waiting the referee's whistle. Here's Natalie Krebs. Krebs! Oh, and the wall does its job extremely well as they stood their ground and jumped. I don't know who it came off of initially, but that shot looked like it was going on target. So Krebs throws it in, and she threw it in from way out, if I might add, but that will go out for another corner kick to the Falcons. So the Falcons putting on the pressure here. It's taken quickly, and Galliano is very, very alert to the quick corner. Well, very good awareness from Chloe Galliano putting on the pressure. Here's the cross in the box. It's headed out. Here's the hit, and it's blocked by Ferrier. Barroso on the turn. Here's Atiana. Leaves it for Charlotte Ferrier. The Cavers trying to launch a counter-attack now. Ferrier trying to weave her way through. Ferrier to Shelby Jones. It's stopped momentarily, and now it's stopped. Ferrier, and that's going to fall harmlessly to Northcott. Well, it's a very good idea initially from Scripps Wrench to take the short corner because, well, I don't even think their teammates were aware of it. No one was aware of that short corner except the two girls who took it and Chloe Galliano. So here's Renwick. Still Delaney Renwick. Dispossessed off the ball, and now Shelby Jones will have to track back, and Shelby Jones looks a little bit fatigued out there at the moment. Now the ball goes wide to Mountain. Here's Spencer Mountain. Mountain trying to force her way around Ayala. She does. Mountain, and Werner will make the routine save. So Ada Werner making all the right saves so far. She's made two pretty big ones in this second half. Werner. Excellently done there by Ventimiglia to control that initially. Hoover will try to keep it in. Here's Hoover. Hoover will try to run past Pareto, and Nisa Pareto. Oh, look at that. Pareto is one to throw in for the Cavers then on the far side. So then, here is Pareto to take this throw in. As a substitution will be made, Renwick is coming off, and so is Izzy Ayala. Galliano will play more on the right, and Benitez will check in along with Kylie Jones. And for the Falcons, Catherine Ellermeyer is back on the pitch, along with Bridget Coletto. I thought that Ellermeyer made a pretty good impact in the first half. Let's see if she can do something similar in the second. So Shelby Jones then to Kylie, and Kylie Jones has done really well to keep that in play. And another player falls. Pareto flicks it on. Here's Barroso using her head. Atiana, still using her head, Barroso, and now it's flicked back the other way. Here's Chinoa Youngpen. Chinoa. Shelby Jones. Shelby. Ferrier on the turn. And that's dispossessed. And here's Ellermeyer. Ellermeyer trying to thread one through. And Boren's going to have to track this one back. Boren, and she'll just play it out before any danger could be done by Brooke Stadler. So, Valentina, you've had your fair share to play with, of course, JV and varsity members for your first two seasons, this one currently being your second. Who are some of the best varsity players that you believe you got to play with so far in your career with the Cavers?
I definitely think the seniors that graduated last year were incredible. They all played different positions, but they all played together as a union.
Yes, they did. As the Cavers launch a counter, here's Ferrier. Ferrier plays it out wide for Kylie Jones. That might be a little too wide for Ferrier, or for Jones, I should say. But Jones keeps it in. Oh, look at that turn from Kylie. Now it's going to fall. Pareto to the middle. It's going to fall to Ferrier. Ferrier! Here's Charlotte! Still Charlotte! Oh, and I think she should have shot it earlier. She was trying to do a little too much that time, Ferrier. And now the Falcons can launch a counterattack of their own. Ellermeyer. Oh, and they couldn't play their cards right there. But it was a good job from, I got to give props to Brooke Stadler because I think she knew she was offside, which is why she stopped her run. Now it's sent back the other way. Brought back down. So the oh, what a ball that was. Here's Ellermeyer. She could have one here. Ellermeyer, oh, it comes off Boren. Ellermeyer gets back on it, and Boren clears for another corner kick to the Falcons. Or is it a goal kick? Looks like the referee has awarded a goal kick. So it looks like it came off a Falcon last then. 21 minutes and 20 seconds left in this one. Still loads of time. As making her way on the pitch is Daniela Ventimiglia. Scoreline still remains 1-0. Here is Werner. Werner out wide for Benitez. Benitez first time to the middle. Young Penn. Now Ferrier. Here's Charlotte Ferrier. Ferrier. Oh, what a ball that is to Chloe Galliano. Here's Chloe Galliano. Can she get the cross there in time? Galliano battling for this ball. And Galliano, it's a goal kick. But the center referee, yep, he initially awarded a corner, but the assistant had a better view. Barroso wanted a corner, but she's not going to get one. So then, end-to-end action stuff here. Back and forth, back and forth. What a game we've had so far. Your thoughts, Valentina?
This game's really making your heart rate go up. It's very stressful.
It must be as well, because as a player, I know you just want to go out there and play as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's really hard not to. You really want to just like help them, and like just watching it just makes you just want to play even more.
Absolutely, yes. As a former goalkeeper, I know exactly what you mean. You know, when you're watching your team play, you know, you want to help them as best as you can. As that, oh wow, that was kept in play wonderfully. Oh, look at this job done by Vilbrand. Vilbrand looking for the cross. Could this be the moment? It falls. Young Penn. It could be cleared, and now it is cleared. So another throw in for Scripps Ranch. As this throw-in will be played by Natalie Krebs. Here is Krebs. Looking to throw this one in. I wonder if it'll be a long throw, and it'll be a short one. Jones, and it came off of Jones in the end, so Krebs will to another throw-in for Scripps Ranch. And again, folks, if you are enjoying this live stream so far, please subscribe if you haven't already. We recently hit over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a really big milestone for us. So subscribe if you're new, especially to the channel. Leave a like. It helps the company out massively. We also have a live stream chat as well, so you can tell us where in the world you're watching from, who your favorite player is, and which team you're rooting for, because we are at the game, ladies and gentlemen. So please interact with us as well. And of course, subscribe, or well, go to our Instagram at GK Sports 2, where I do live interviews with players and coaches alike. You can give us a follow on there as well. Let's get those numbers up, as well as GK Sports 1, which is the Twitter, and of course our Facebook, GK Sports. It is all there on our website, gksports.org, a one-stop shop. You can also find Caver highlights on there. You can find Grossmont Foothiller highlights on there. You could even find some Coronado matches on there, as that is a brilliantly worked ball. Oh, but she's offside. But yes, folks, so go do all of that if you haven't already. You won't regret it. It will be fantastic. As Ada Werner will line up the free kick in the defensive half for the Cavers, as Ellie Bourne will look to boot this one away. Bourne. Here's Barroso. Atiana Barroso. Here's Shelby Jones. Shelby. Ferrier wants it. Ferrier gets it. Charlotte on the move. Here's Charlotte Ferrier. Ferrier to Kylie Jones out on the left wing. Here's Kylie Jones. She wants to have a little race here, Kylie Jones. She holds up play, and that is excellent defending, and a foul on Kylie Jones. So good defending from Natalie Krebs. So the head coach for the Scripps Ranch Falcons, Larry Pernicano, the head coach for the Cavers, his first full season as a head coach, Chem Young Penn. 17 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in this one. Ball is drilled forward, and that should be out of play, and it will be. So Pareto with another throw, and as another substitution will be made by the Cavers. It looks like Atiana Barroso will come off, and coming on to replace her is Kiana Mian. And Ferrier will play in a center forward role. So that's the interesting thing about Charlotte Ferrier. She was mainly a utility player her freshman year for the varsity team. She played forward, she played midfielder. You even found Charlotte in defense at times, as that's good pressure from Chloe Galliano. But Charlotte Ferrier was literally everywhere varsity. And Chloe Galliano does really well to win that back. Galliano trying to play to Ferrier, and that pass was just cut out. And that's drilled through just about everyone. Oh, and Young Penn had to get there. So the ball ping-ponging around a little bit. And that's going to go out of play. And Benitez will throw it in for the Cavers on the near side of the pitch. But yeah, Ferrier, again, played everywhere for varsity her freshman season. But more so this season, we see her playing in a more attacking roles. And it has suited her quite well, if I may say so myself. That ball might fall to Ferrier, and she trips Galliano, and that ball is kept in play wonderfully. Oh, look at that piece of skill there by the Falcons, as now they're going to get an attack going, trying to string a couple passes here together. Here's Ellermeyer. Ellermeyer down the wing. This is brilliant football from the Falcons. Here's Statler. Statler looking to cross. Brooke Statler. Oh, she dispossesses Bourne. Statler! And Werner got her angles right on that one and lets it go wide. Beautiful football, though, from the Falcons. The link-up play down the wing was excellent, as Izzy Ayala will make an appearance. She'll check in for Nisa Pareto. 15 minutes left to go in this one. So it looks like at this rate, there will be no Sale Balzinovic unless something dramatic happens. Very dramatic indeed. So another throw-in for the Cavers then, as it will be a throw-in for Benitez to take. Again, Lucy Benitez, as Shelby Jones might be done for the night. Hudson will be her replacement. So this is the future, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at the senior Shelby Jones coming off, and coming on to replace her in midfield is Evie Hudson, as Galliano will track back and defend. This is Ellermeyer. Ellermeyer. Oh, she got caught under her own feet there, Ellermeyer. Oh, look at this, though. Still Ellermeyer. Ellermeyer trying to thread it through, and Izzy Ayala gets there in time. And Ayala will make sure that's not a corner and a throw-in, or is it? It will be a throw-in, yes. So then, by the way, folks, Shelby Jones, for her first, I believe, 3 seasons as a Caver, played as a right wing back. So her playing in midfield this season is a completely new position for her. But she has, I mean, you wouldn't even know that that's not her regular position, though, by the way she's played it this season. So here they come again. The Falcons putting on more pressure. Ayala brought back down. Young Penn. Oh, good control here from the Falcons. Hudson gets in the way. Here's Evie Hudson. Evie, rollover. Finds Ferrier. Here's Charlotte. Charlotte. And that's going to fall to Mian. Mian, good move. Here's Kiana Mian. And that's going to be kept in play by Spitzberg. Boren plays it back to Werner. And Werner, oh, she shanked that just a bit, but it gets away just enough time for the Caver defense to reset a bit. And, oh, look at that turn by Ellermeyer. Advantage play by the referee. Ellermeyer, she skips past Board. Here's Ellermeyer. Ellermeyer with the cross. Oh, did that come off of Ellermeyer last? And it did. So goal kick again to the Cavers. But the pressure mounted on by the Falcons has just been immense in this half. Do you think you could tell us a little about that yourself, Valentina? Your thoughts on the Falcons' pressure in this second half?
They definitely came out way stronger this half, and it's mostly on our half now. And they're playing pretty high on the defense, too.
Exactly. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to get any counterattacks to really capitalize, which could put the game away.
Yeah, they're keeping the 9 pretty, like, they're keeping the 9 really, like, close to each other. And I guess we don't really have that many players up to support the 9, too.
Yeah, it looks like we're playing a little bit more defensively, it seems, trying to hold on to this 1-0 lead as Ferrier tries to win it back. And here's Galliano, and oh, look at this. Now, this is where they can counter if Kylie Jones can get there, but again, it's very well read by the defense. Now, here's Evie Hudson winning the ball back. Here's Kylie Jones, Ferrier, Charlotte, Evie, Charlotte. Back to Evie Hudson, little 1-2, and Evie Hudson wants to run at the Falcons defense now, and she's dispossessed. Very well done by Krebs, who has been quite excellent this game, to be completely honest. She's been an excellent defender. As Ferrier, she might have been doing a little too much there. She's dispossessed off the ball. Hoover tries to play one through, and Young Penn finds Ferrier again. Ferrier will just clear it now, headed in the air. Mian tries to bring it down. Here's Kylie Jones, and it will be sent out wide. Ayala thighs it, and that will roll out of play for a Scripps Ranch throw-in on the near side of the pitch. So here is Spitzberg. And here is a great throw into Stather. Stather looking to cross this ball in. Ayala, what a move by Stather. Stather, it's in low, and Werner claims it in the end. So Ada Werner keeping her palms strong to hang on to that one. Werner, good punt, and an intercept from Ventimiglia. Hudson brings it down. Hudson, and that's going to overrun Ferrier. The Cavers playing very defensively in the second half, and rightly so. Here's Ellermeyer. Oh, what a piece of skill by Ellermeyer. I think she might want to try to go all the way after that. It's played wide, and Ayala does well to make sure that's a throw-in and nothing more. So then Chloe Ellermeyer, who I have to assume has to be the sister of Catherine, has just made her way on the pitch. So, and it looks like Chloe Galliano's night actually just might be done, as Marley Rathstag will make her way back on the pitch. MRS 13. So, here's Spitzberg to throw this one in. Spitzberg, brought down by Boren. It falls out. Now they're looking to shoot. It's shot. Oh, and it's wide. Decent effort from Brooke Stather there, just finding the space and just trying to be on target. But it just hasn't worked out quite the way Scripps Ranch has wanted it to tonight. Hudson tries to head it on. The Cavers can't lose the ball in positions like this. And oh yeah, that's probably going to be a yellow card on Chenoa Young Penn, and it will be. So Chenoa not even arguing with the referee, knowing that was the offense, as she will have to make her way off the pitch. And Shelby Jones is back on. So that's the thing with high school soccer, folks, and I believe it applies to club as well. If you get a yellow card, you have to come out of the game, and you have to be substituted on at a later time. You can't just stay on the pitch just like the professionals do. It's a bit different. As Brooke Stather will take this free kick with 8.5 minutes left to go in this one. This is from about 36 yards out. Stather, she can hit them. Stather goes for goal! Oh, and it's high and wide. A little too much power on there for Stather. And another goal kick for the Cavers. But again, the Scripps Ranch defense playing a very high line. It's really only their two center halves, maybe their wingbacks, because their wingbacks are pushing up extremely high as well, as that ball will go out of play. And now it will be Natalie Krebs to throw this one in. So here is Krebs. Krebs with the throw in. Brought back down. Here's Benitez. And throw in to the Cavers then. So Val, with around 7.5 minutes or so left to go in this one, what do you think the key will be to the Cavers trying to close this match out?
I definitely think they have to stay strong in the defense and secure them. But as an offense, they have to connect more passes or support them more.
There you go. As this one, she's tripped up, and it's another free kick as Hudson commits the foul there that time. And this one will be from around 42 yards out. Again, folks, if you're wondering, is it even possible to score a free kick from that far out? I'm telling you right now, yes, absolutely it is. I've seen Sammy Green hit a 40-yard free kick last season to give the Cavers a 3-2 win over Christian as Hoover goes for goal. Werner, oh, she's fumbled it, and oh, it goes past the post. I believe the assistant referee raised his flag for offside anyway, but Werner fumbled it there, and oh no, another Falcon's gone down. If you look at the replay, maybe she was offside. I think she'll be okay, though. But the Cavers survive yet another scare there, as even though it wasn't on target, she was offside, so if they did score, it wouldn't have counted anyway. But here is Izzy Ayala to send this one away. Izzy. Kylie. And the ball's given right back to the Falcons, but Kylie Jones trying to make up for her mistake, and she'll just play that out. So then, throw in to be played. Here it is. They're going to look to cross this one in the box. Surely they will. And here is the cross, in fact. Now Galliano will try to shield this. And yes, she will shield it out for another goal kick to the Cavers. So Valentina, do you think at this point in the game, it's a bit tricky, right? Because you want to go for that second goal to put it to bed, but you also don't want to concede. So is parking the bus the best option at this point, or do you think they need to wait a little bit longer?
I think with 5 minutes on the clock left, they should just try to play as defensively as possible because, of course, if there's an opportunity to go up, take it. But if you really just stay back in defense and don't give them any more corners, it would be incredible.
Valentina Prado's heart rate is definitely beating whenever those corners are played. I will tell you that much, as this throw-in will be played as well. But again, folks, we are live streaming this game, so subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like. Help us grow more and more, over 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. And tell us where you're watching from around the world as well on GK Sports, because we are at the game, as Bourne will shield this out, and it will be a goal kick. So do that as well, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe, like, and all that. Follow us on all our social media platforms. GK Sports 1 is our Twitter. Catch us on The Double, where I do live interviews on GK Sports 2 on Instagram and on Facebook, GK Sports. Follow us on there as well. A one-stop shop on our website at gksports.org, where you can find all of those outlets, social media outlets, that is. As that ball's clipped in. It's a great ball clipped in. Oh, that's a dangerous header by Bourne. Oh, the goalkeeper's sitting down. They want a penalty. Oh, they missed again. But she was offside anyway. Oh, well, that's happened at least 3 times in this match in total. I mean, Scripps Ranch has missed about 3 open nets, and 2 of them ended up being offside anyway, but still, It just hasn't gone the Falcons' way, as a free kick is won by Benitez, I believe. But my word, I mean, unfortunately for the Falcons and their fans, it just has not gone their way with just scoring goals tonight. They've had wonderful opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net, but nothing is coming into fruition, which, again, has to be an absolutely infuriating thing for a team. Now here is Evie Hudson, Ferrier, Charlotte trying to make a move. Great defending again. And it's going to be played back to the center half. And they're trying to clear their lines, the Falcons they are. That ball will be kept in play. This is Ellermeyer. Very dangerous when she's on that football, Catherine Ellermeyer, and this is why. Look at the change of direction and pace that Ellermeyer brings to this team, and she's still continuing her run, Catherine Ellermeyer. She has 2 Caver defenders on her. She splits the defense, and Galliano will clear it for a throw-in. I think Werner wanted to claim that, but Galliano had other ideas. Here's the throw-in. Oh, look at that turn. Ellermeyer, Galliano. This could be the moment finally, and Galliano clears again. Shaping to shoot, looking to shoot. This is played back to Spitzberg. Spitzberg. Bourne clears. And that's going to go out for a throw-in. Spitzberg to take edge of your seat stuff here as we are coming down to the final 2 minutes of this game, which means all official time is now up to the referee. Is that a handball? I believe it is, and it will be. And she's a little frustrated about that, but the Cavers have a goal kick. Now is really the time to park the bus, huh, Val?
Yeah.
Yeah. Val's a little bit at a loss for words at the moment, folks, as she is really enjoying this game, as it is going to be a Caver ball, and the Falcons bench can't believe it. Now both crowds getting into it. They know something special could be on the verge here. The Caver fans know they just have to hold on. Scripps Ranch know they just need one more golden opportunity to find an equalizer late in this game. What an intense match we have here. The crowd really getting into it now with a minute left to go, give or take. And it's played on the touchline mostly. Here's Ayala. I think the Cavers' plan here, Valentina, just seems to be play it down the touchline, nothing in the middle, right?
Yeah, I think that's the smartest plan. Oh, wait. Yeah, wait, that was almost a through ball.
Yeah, almost a through ball in through the middle, in fact, as that ball's played out wide again. Scripps Ranch, they know they're running out of time here. Here's Ellermeyer. Ayala, it comes off the cart. Now here's Spitzberg again. Spitzberg down the line. Here they come. Oh, and that's a heavy touch and a goal kick as the Falcons fans put their hands on their heads as this goal kick will be taken. On my watch, ladies and gentlemen, we literally have 5 seconds left to go, but I don't know if the referee's probably going to add a little bit more time, surely. Well, my stopwatch is up. Let's see where the referee stands, and that's a throw-in for the Cavers. So they just need to hold on to the ball for a few more moments here, and the Cavers will get their first league victory of the season, and what a victory it would be as well. That ball, and Mian didn't touch it. It's a throw-in for the Cavers, as Jones will leave it for Benitez. Benitez with the throw-in, and Mian, and that's going to go out. So a bit of time-wasting tactics, it seems, here from the Cavers. And the referee has blown his whistle for full time, and the Cavers have pulled off the victory away at Scripps Ranch. The Flying Farrier, opened the scoring at the end of the first half, and the Cavers hold on for a 1-0 lead. Scripps Ranch had golden opportunities to put it in the back of the net, but they couldn't convert. And Ada Werner, what a game she had as well coming in. So, folks, that will do it here from the Scripps Ranch Stadium. The Cavers victorious, and a good win at that. They'll feel really good after that one. Again, Farrier scoring the lone goal. The Cavers move to 1-1 in the league. And again, folks, subscribe if you haven't already, especially on the live stream. Also, TCT Tax, go see them at tct-tax.com if you want your taxes helped done. And just before we go, Valentina Pro, let me ask you, thoughts on Ada Werner's performance to step in and play big?
She did so good this game, and I'm so proud of her stepping up and being confident and doing these incredible saves.
Absolutely, and that will just about do it here from the Scripps Ranch Stadium, folks. Again, 1-0 the final scoreline. I'm your commentator, Joshua Penguin. Co-commentating today with me was the Colombian star, Valentina Prado. And join us on our next match against Mira Mesa. We will see you then.